Get ready to guzzle or gag in the ultimate beer battle of tastes. Join us as we sip, savor, and sometimes spit our way through the world's most talked about brews. Let's get pouring and exploring.
It always cuts off at the end. I'm not sure what's up with that one. Anyhow, hey, welcome to Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Shagdog here again. Actually, I had one other beer in the fridge to do. It's Oaxaca, whatever. New Realm Brewing, Oaxaca Choco, which is a Mexican chocolate Imperial Stout. Beer Advocate gives us a 92 American Imperial Stout, 10.7% ABV. Oaxaca Choco, pronounced Oaxaca Choco, okay, is our Imperial Mexican chocolate stout brewed with vanilla, cinnamon, chili peppers, and locally roasted cocoa nibs from our Beltline neighbors, Coco Chocolate small batch chocolate at Krog Street Market in Atlanta. This ridiculously tasty winter warmer sips like a cup of, they call it a winter warmer, but Beer Advocate says the Imperial Stout. So, Mexican hot, I guess it'd be winter warmer because of the peppers. Mexican hot cocoa with just enough spice to balance the sweetness. Yeah, so, yeah, New Realm Brewing is out of Georgia. So let's get into it. Yeah, they're in Atlanta, Georgia, like I said. Let's do this. I was going to save this for Cinco de Mayo, which is what, like a little bit over a month from now. But it was in my fridge. It's the only other beer I had in my fridge to review. So, you know what? Cinco de Mayo came early during Spitter Swallow Beer Reviews, Marchtoberfest E. That's and in Spanish. Spring Fling Beer Fiesta. There you go. Now, it does say some stuff in the can, but I cannot read it. Oh, it says the same stuff, really. Nice. Nice, my man. All right. Let's get that can up there so you can see it. Let's do this. Yeah, so head's pretty thin, less than a pinky, a little bit less than a sideways pinky. It's kind of chocolatey looking, light chocolate tan. Beer is definitely dark, and if it has peppers in it, that might clear my sinuses. Actually, might irritate them more. Who knows? Yeah. Vanilla, cinnamon, chili peppers, and locally roasted cocoa nibs from our Beltline neighbors. Okay. So we shall see how it goes. We shall see. First, gotta give it the aroma. Yeah, you definitely smell the chocolate. Vanilla. I'm not really picking up the chili peppers, but I'm sure they're in there. It doesn't smell like it's a 10.7% ABV either. The cocoa nibs are in there, chocolate, vanilla. Not picking up the peppers too much. I hope they're in there good enough. I didn't even get the whole can in there. Let me give that a little swirl, just in case the peppers went down to the bottom of the can. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Salute. Is my screen small? It looks small. I think my screen is so small, isn't it? Yeah. Damn screen was small. What the? I tell you. Oh, damn, you definitely taste the peppers in there. Yeah, I couldn't smell the peppers. Definitely taste it. Nice and spicy. Even, yeah, the cinnamon too. A little bit of cinnamon. The spicy. What type? Does it say what type of peppers? It just says red. Did it say chili peppers? Chili peppers, yeah. You can taste that. Now, is there a difference between chili peppers and cayenne peppers? Let's check. Is there a difference between chili peppers and cayenne peppers? Yes, the difference between chili pepper and cayenne peppers. Well, cayenne is a specific type of chili pepper. Cayenne peppers are a type of chili pepper known for their intense heat. And they're often used in whole world or both whole and powdered form. So this could be a cayenne pepper. You know, it just says chili pepper. It doesn't say what kind, right? In case you didn't know it, pepper spray comes from the resin of cayenne peppers. Capsicum something. I forget what the hell they call it. The oil from the peppers. I've never been a big spicy. I mean, I like a little spice. I've never been a big spicy eater of spicy things back in my younger days, but over the past 10, 15 years, I mean, not super spicy. I don't like ghost peppers or North Carolina Reapers or whatever. Carolina Reapers, whatever they're called. I don't even think I've tried a Carolina Reaper yet. Did the ghost pepper. I didn't do an actual ghost pepper. Me and Jammer had a beer that had ghost pepper in it. It was horrible. Out of all the beers I've had with some chili peppers or some type of pepper in it, this is definitely in the top 5 for the heat factor or spicy factor. I'm not really burning from the heat, but yeah, it tastes. Yeah, pretty good. I like it. Now, hopefully I get this whole beer down and not buzzing too much with this heat. That's all she wrote right there. Yeah, I was hoping this was actually, I saw New Realm. I think I did have had a couple of New Realm beers, 1 or 2 other beers by them before. They're out of Atlanta. That's a funny thing. I mean, Atlanta is so close to Florida, but there's a lot of Georgia beers you don't see in Florida. And then there's a lot of Florida beers you don't see up here in Georgia. So, at least north part of Georgia. Maybe in Valdosta, down south Georgia, might be getting some beers like from Tampa or Fort Myers or Fort Lauderdale or wherever. That's the thing, though. Even here, you can barely, this part of South Carolina, right by Augusta, Georgia, there might be a couple Columbia beers, but it's not all the Columbia, South Carolina beers. So you go up to Columbia, South Carolina, you find 1 or 2 or 3 other beers that you don't see down here. So, or probably even Charleston. There's a couple of Charleston beers around here, but there's probably some down in Charleston that don't get out statewide or whatever. Who knows? Yeah, nice little heat to it. Chocolate, vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon. Overall, it's pretty good. I mean, I'd probably get this right up there with the high score. I'm probably going to give this for a Mexican chocolate Imperial Stout. I've only had a couple chocolate Mexican Imperial Stouts. And this has got to be at the top of them. So I'm going to give it a straight up A and a swallow and a half. Spicy. The heat hitting right in here too. Oh, look at that little dog. Yeah, so that's it, you know. Oh, I'm terrible with the earthquake. I like mentioning disasters and stuff and people dying because I care. And prayers out to the families, everybody in Southeast Asia there. Myanmar, Thailand, that area. Probably a lot of people dead, especially we're in the epicenter of that earthquake. Did I say hurricane earlier? I meant earthquake. A lot of people died, I'm thinking. I heard 10,000, but I'm going to Then some other report I heard is 100,000. I'm lagging. Yeah, I don't know if that came through. But anyhow, yeah, I heard 10,000 on one report, but earlier this morning I heard possibly up to 100,000. So we'll see how many people died. That's a pretty big earthquake, man. And even to shake it, I mean, it was what 7.8. I think there was two different. I don't know if one was the aftershock. They're close to each other. One was 7.8, and the other one was 6.4 or 6.6. I don't know if they were one after the other. The other one was only a few miles south of the other one. Yeah, earthquakes are crazy. I've never been in one. I think I felt a couple small ones. Like one time in Florida, we had one out in the Gulf. It was like a 5 point something. I thought I felt a little like, just a little, like a little, you know. I was like, what was that? And I had another one when I was in Panama. I was out in the Pacific. Thought I felt something. I was in a hotel. I was like, I just got like a little dizzy spell. I'm like, what the hell is that? And come to find out a little later, it was an earthquake. So I was like, that must have been an earthquake when I felt, like a little dizzy, like the room's spinning a little bit type feeling, But this earthquake, along with other ones that we've seen over the decades, really a strong one. And prayers to all those people out there. I hate to see people die. All those workers that were in that. I only know one building that fell. There might have been more than one building that fell. Hopefully no office buildings fell, because I think it was the middle of the day, wasn't it? Yeah, pretty sad. Wait till the big one comes. That was small compared to the world big one we're going to get eventually, right? According to Revelation, there's going to be a really big earthquake that the whole world feels. Let's Google, see what Google says the Richter scale is going to be on that. According to Revelation, there's going to be a big, giant earthquake the whole world is going to feel. What possible scale on a Richter scale would that be? While Revelation describes a cataclysmic earthquake, there's no specific Richter scale magnitude mentioned, of course. The text emphasis, the unprecedented nature and destruction of the event, not a specific numerical value. Yeah, I know. I'm asking you what you think it might be. I don't want to read all the biblical AI. How big is the great earthquake of Revelation? And this person said 7.4. Yeah. Anyhow, if that is a big enough earthquake to make the whole world feel, it's going to be like a 20. Hopefully this is one that's set off our axis. They say that the 2011 Japan earthquake caused a tsunami. The New Church earthquake, maybe not. The one in Thailand, off the coast there in the Indian Ocean, the tsunami that year, what was that, 2005 Boxer tsunami? And the one in Chile was 8 point something. They moved the axis of the earth. So much. Which is weird to think about. Which might not be global warming. We might not be on the correct axis. We might be, instead of here, we might be here. Or there. Or there. Go to sleep. So you never know. Spitter Swallow Beer Reviews. Subscribe, comment, like. We drink beer, but we go off the deep end sometimes. I typically go off the deep end. I like talking about conspiracies and prophetic stuff just for fun. I'm no expert in anything, as you probably can tell. Yeah, but I love drinking some beers, gabbing. Somebody's sending me a message. Oh, it's my brother. What's he got now? Send me a bunch of the story.
My wife wants to try another cock.
I can't play that. That's disgusting. Pretty good beer though. If you could find that one, I don't know if you get a close up on that. It's out of Atlanta, New Realm Brewing. Pretty good chili beer. Well, Mexican Imperial Stout, Mexican Chocolate Stout, whatever they want to call it. Pretty good. And this is a strong one too, so I think it's Betty bedtime after this one. Yeah, my hearts go out to those people though. I mean, earthquakes suck. Yeah, I've been through some hurricanes. Of course, category 1, you know, the part I've been in higher category hurricanes, but hitting the outside, you're going to get like tropical storm, or maybe if it's a big one, category 1, 4 winds. Yeah. There's one guy I used to work with. He's like, we've been hit by category 5 hurricanes before. I was like, not in that area, in the Tampa area. Whatever the strongest one that came by the area, Tampa hasn't had a direct hit with a big one since like the 30s or something like that. Now, don't get me wrong. The one that came through last year, for instance, tore up some stuff, caused some floods. I forget the name of the one they had. We had Helene, which they even got messed up on the coast from that one. I was out in the Gulf, but usually a lot of storms that are out in the Gulf coming up to the Panhandle, you don't get too much surge damage from those, but they really got it hit big with that one. And we got hit. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina really got hit with the floods early. I mean, we got hit here where I'm at with the wind. I mean, it wasn't real category 1 type winds, but I think these trees just aren't made for hurricanes like they are in Florida. Trees galore. There's still trees down. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trees. I go to Augusta to go get my beer. There's trees down all over the place. Matter of fact, a McDonald's sign, the golden arches, was tore up on this one McDonald's by my liquor store, and they haven't been fixed yet. The yellow part of the arches are blown out. So it's just clear. You can see right through the arches. Trees down the road here. I mean, they picked up most of the trees. I'm not on the main road, but the main road out off my neighborhood, they got all the trees there, but there's one neighborhood down the road there. There's trees all over the place still on the side of the road. It's crazy. I tell you what, if the U.S. ever got hit with multiple disasters at the same time, like say, God forbid, 8.0 earthquake in California, category 5 hitting Florida. At the same time, a category 5's hitting Texas, Louisiana, like 2 different storms. And then, say, some tornadoes, alleys spawning up like crazy in Kansas and Texas and Oklahoma. And, say, a major nor'easter's blowing through the Northeast. And, say, a fire spells blowing through the West, California, Washington, Oregon, Colorado. They're all ablaze. Game over at that point, I guess. The guy I used to work with called me the Grim Reaper. I used to talk about celebrities that died. I was, oh my God, did you hear that this person died? This person died. Hey, did you hear this person died? Every day I worked. I just love, I don't love it, but man, I'm shocked. Hey, did you hear so-and-so die? Especially if they're young, if they're 60s or younger. Now if they're in their 80s or 90s, that's no big shock, But celebrity or someone you love, 60s or younger, it's pretty young. I mean, 60s, you could say, okay, well, they're in their 60s. But 50s or younger, unless they're shooting up drugs all the time or drinking constantly every day or, God forbid, the other one, they have cancer. But when you got people that are dying at 55 for no reason. Anyhow, Yeah, so he called me the Green Reaper, and he told me to, I don't want to hear it, because he was getting old and unhealthy. He got unhealthy for somehow over the, when I left that workplace 2013, he was in somewhat good shape. Yeah, a few extra pounds, but not bad. But when I came back in end of 2015, he put on some weight, having a hard time walking. So I think he was in fear of his own demise with me talking about, and he was in his 50s. And at that time, I was like 45, something like that. But yeah, I think I was giving him the heebie-jeebies. And I was thinking about it last night, like, wow, here I am in my early to mid 50s. And really, if I'm lucky, I got 20 years left. If I'm average, because they say, well, what's the median? That's what I want to know, the median. What's the median death for men in America? That's going to probably make it even worse. The average is 75 points, but you don't want the average. You want the median. What's the average and the median for death of men in America? Probably not giving it both of them, huh? Because there's average and median. Let's see how they figure it out. What's the difference between average and median? The average is calculated by summing all values in a data set and dividing number by the values. So if you got 100 guys, they all died anywhere between 60 and 75. Okay. Then you average it all out. The median is the middle value when the data set is ordered. Yeah. I would think, because I know a lot of people die young. There's like that, that average, there's people that live in their 80s or 90s. So that's bringing that average up. But most people don't live to their 80s or 90s. You look at most of your relatives. Most of my relatives, 70s, 60s. Even have some that died in their 40s or 50s. I don't have too many that live to their 80s or 90s, although my maternal grandmother lived to be 89. I think my paternal grandmother lived to be 89 or somewhere around there. My paternal grandfather lived to be like 99 or 100. Now, my maternal grandfather died when he was 42. That brings my average down right there, right? Now, my brother passed away, God bless his soul, when he was 41. So there you go. If you add those together, what's the average? My family members. Let's figure it out. My grandparents. I'll even throw my first uncle in there. My dad's brother, because he's the only uncle that I've had that died. Let's figure it out. Calculator. Calculate. Correct. All right. We'll just say I'm probably wrong about it was close to 100. I'll just say 99 for my paternal grandfather, plus 89 for my two grandmothers, right? Both of them, 89, 89. And my one grandfather, 42. So that's 4 people, right? Now my uncle was 55, I believe, so plus 55. That's 5 people. And then my brother was 41. That's 6 people. 415 divided by 6, 69 years old is the average there of my family there, my immediate family that have died. So I'm going to be lucky to get to 69. Now, like I said, there's 3 people who died way below that, 55, 42, and 41. Now, I did have some other uncles, my great uncles. My grandfather, who died at 42, 2 of his brothers made it to, I think, 75-ish, both of them, I think. So, that raises it up a little bit, if I add them 2 in. A couple of his sisters, one of his sisters lived to like 80s or 90s. So, it depends. And it's not really about when you die. It's about how you live between here and there. You know, you could die at 55 years old. Just depends on what you do. Just live every day as like it's your last, right? Here I am giving advice. Shagdog giving advice. I'm just trying to enjoy my life. I do enjoy drinking beers. Me and Jammer started reviewing beers, and I've been drinking beers for a long time, but we started reviewing beers in 2011, and that's my go-to hobby right now. I don't need to work out. I work out at work. Right? I mean, not bad. I mean, I don't work out at the gym, and not too bad. I'd like to be in a little bit better shape. I like to have a little bit more sun because I work nights. I'm pretty damn white. But that's okay. I do miss my friend Jammer and my brother. I gotta give him a new nickname. He has a bad nickname. We gotta get him a new nickname. Matter of fact, let me ask him. He's up right now, so let's ask him because he has a nickname of some bad person. So let's see if he has a new nickname. Do you have a new nickname yet, or do you want to go by your original old one, Stemful D? Now, my brother at one time called himself Stemful D. I don't know where the hell he got that from, but I think he was trying to come up with a good Little Rascal character name. Yeah, Buckwheat, and then what was the other little black kid's name? Jeez, I can't remember shit. Who were the two black kids' name on the Little Rascals? Sunshine Sammy. Stymie. Stymie was the other one. You had Billy Buckwheat Thomas and Matthew Beard Jr. Stymie. So Stymie, somehow you got Stenfo, and he added a D at the end, Stemful D. Funny as hell, one time me, my brother, and my best friend in high school, we went trick-or-treating. Me and my friend were seniors in high school. My younger brother should have been a sophomore, but he failed a couple times. He's a little bit. Anyhow, I can't remember what my good buddy and me, Kevin, dressed up as, but we dressed up a little bit with something in. My brother dressed up as a rapper. All he had was a blue smock, like almost like a what do you call those outfits that nurses wear? Smocks? I can't remember, but some blue shirt like that. He had a gold chain and a red hat on backwards. We got to the door, and the man said, "What the fuck are you supposed to be?" And my brother's like, "I'm a rapper." That was pretty damn funny. Let's tell him right now. I'm doing a beer review right now, so I don't want to mention you by your other nickname that you have. So do you have a new one, or should I just say Stemful D? All right, there we go. Hey, this beer review is going great. No viewers, that's okay. You know, if I got some girl on here and showing some cleavage, you know what would happen. Yeah, what else is in the news? Anything? Let's check. Google trending. Google Trends. I don't like it though. They should just give me the fucking trends. What the fuck's that? Young Scooter. Young Scooter, is that a rapper? Sure, let's go to my hometown here in South Carolina, my home state. All right, I don't know. Young Scooter killed. Young Scooter killed? Was that a rapper? Young Scooter death. Young Scooter songs. Who the hell is Young Scooter? Let's Google him. Young Scooter. Young Scooter, Atlanta rapper, signed to Future and Waka Flocka fame 9 hours ago. What the hell is Waka Flocka? That's something else I gotta Google. Huh? Everything we know about Young Scooter's death. Rapper Young Scooter died Friday. The Fulton County medical examiner once confirmed on the day of his 39th birthday. According to police, Scooter, whose legal name is Kenneth Bailey, sustained injuries to his leg that evidently caused serious bleeding while running from officers who'd responded to a home in Lakewood Heights for a call of dispute involving a weapon. These young people, man, dude, you gotta stop the violence. Like they said in the 80s, KRS-One, stop the violence movement. Self-destruction, right? Pop, 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 who's to blame? Headlines, front page, raps the name. MC Shagdog here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time. Took a brother's life with a knife as his wife cried because he died a trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 80s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang? I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. I'm Shagdog, and I'm a born-again rebel. Okay, I'm done. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with young kids. It's not just black kids. There's white kids, too. It's the youth of America. They play these fucking games, Grand Theft Auto and shit. They don't know reality from fucking fantasy, you know? Like, I watched the episode on YouTube the other day, and it was showing live footage of cop pulls up behind a guy. This is out in New Mexico, state trooper. And this guy from South Carolina, cop, I don't know if he ran the plates or not, but what's going on? I got a flat. Can you help me? Well, sure, yeah. Come up to the passenger side. Just talk to him through the window on the passenger side. Cop should have got out. Anyhow, yeah, I can help you. Yeah, and before he's saying something else, the dude pulled out a gun, shot the cop like one or two times, got to the driver's side, shot him again, pushed him to the passenger side, started driving, got the lights are still on. I guess he's fucking around and figure out how to turn the lights off after a few minutes. He drives down the road, comes back, goes back down the road. He finally finds a spot, pushes the cop out that he shot like once in the head, once in the neck, or once in the face, two or three times. Then he's running. Of course, he's got the lights on. Finally gets the lights off. I guess I don't know how long it took the APV to come out. They're trying to reach that cop. 30 minutes. Anyhow, someone on the lookout for that cop. They find his cruiser, but the cruiser's running away from him. So they're like, "What's up?" They're chasing the guy. The guy wrecks. He takes off. Well, it's not the cop taking off, right? So they're looking for the cop all night. It took them like 2 or 3 hours to find the cop. He's still alive, surprisingly. He ended up dying though. And then come to find out, the guy killed a woman here in South Carolina. Went out that way. Had some other girl he's dating out there in New Mexico. I mean, just craziness. I don't know. I own a gun now, but I don't carry it out with me in public. It's more for home protection, but I just don't know why people have guns on them and stuff. Yeah. Illegally, too. It's not like they have a concealed permit or open carry in their state or whatever. They're concealing it illegally. So that's It's a shame. My hometown where I lived in New York, I looked up on YouTube and it was like last year, like a bunch of shootings. I'm like, back in the day in the 80s, you might have had one shooting every couple of years in that town. The YouTube video I was showing it had so many shootings the year before, and this year they're breaking the record. They showed a map with all the different shootings. I was like, holy shit, it was like 10 or 12 shootings in like 5 months, 6 months. It was never like, it's a small town. It's only 24,000 people. Yeah. I think, man, we're on a downfall in this country. We're on a downtrend. Everything. You look at just the economy. If you go back in the 1950s, I'm not saying it was easy. People didn't make a lot of money back then, but things were cheaper. I think you made $2,000 a year, $5,000 a year, whatever you made. Well, a car was only $2,000, and the house was only $7,000, whatever it was. Now you're only making $30,000, $40,000 a year on the lower end, because they make it sound like a lot of people are rich, but there's a lot of people out there that make only $30,000, $40,000 a year in the whole country. Majority. I would say a majority of people out there make less than $50,000. And I know people that make it $100,000, $150,000 probably crying and complaining that they don't make enough, but that's because they spend more because they make more. They're living paycheck to paycheck too. Because I got more. I'm gonna buy this nice house. I'm gonna buy this nice car. Now I'm in debt. The poor people, the same thing. Well, I want to be nice too. I want to get the richest car I get. Yeah, I can't afford much, but I got this $50,000 car that I'm paying $700 a month on. And I don't have enough money to feed my kids or whatever. The world has changed. Man, that beer was so damn good. I wish I had more. Yeah. I babbled on a lot today. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just the economy. With inflation and everything. And the biggest problem with America, and I hate to say it, but back in World War II, when they started having women work, not just be secretaries or whatever, but women started joining the workforce, factories, stuff like that. Of course, some of them left after the men came back, but now it's like, I can make money too. The entrepreneurs out there is like, you know what? We don't have to keep giving these guys raises. We could make the man and the woman work. They're going to be dependent. They're going to have to get married or coexist with each other to make ends meet. They both have to work. So really the man should be making almost double what you're making now. But thanks to women, you're not, because women are working. And I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying the system is using that. They're not going to pay you much more because there's two of you working. There should be two of you together. In most households, there's single women and single men, And then even if you have a couple together, even if they're not married, dating, you'll have one of them, whether it's the man or the woman, just thinking that, like, I'm not paying nothing. You're making more money than me, or you're the man of the house. So I've been in that relationship where I've been with a woman who made $65,000 a year to my $35,000 a year. She expected me to still pay for everything. I was like, hold up. And then she got pissed when I was like, you know what? I'm paying for this. I'm not buying this. You pay for it, And she was getting pissed. I'm like, look, you make way more money than me. I know this man and woman thing, but you want your equal rights? You're going to have to start paying your half. That's just the way it is now. Now I'm single and I'm happy. I wish I had a faithful partner that would be half and half. I don't even care if they made less than me. $20,000 a year into my $35,000. I would pay my half and my share, you pay your half of your share. Simple as that. You really got to get with somebody that's like close to your salary, because you get somebody that makes more money, women or men. Yeah, if a woman make 40,000, your husband make 80,000. Well, she's going to expect him to still pay out more than his share. But women. But if you got somebody that makes the same amount, 35, you both make 35,000 a year. That's 70,000 between the two of you. A couple will never work unless you combine your salaries into one bank, one account. Now, if you want I'm putting 60% of my, I'll have my separate spending account. You got your separate spending account, but we both got to contribute to this joint account for bills, finances, whatever. If you don't do that, the relationship's going to fail. So just straight up. The relationship will fail if you don't join as a team. I'm not no fucking counselor or anything either. This is just the facts. Look at any relationship out there. Even if the ones that make the same amount, she makes 50,000, he makes 50,000. They both got their separate bank accounts. Whatever they're paying on, whether it's the mortgage or whatever, whether they're both splitting it somehow or whatever the hell's going on, they're still separate, and they're separate here in the soul. They're going to separate eventually. There's no denying. You got to both be a team, everything together. I'm not saying have your same Facebook fucking page together. I don't believe in that. Somebody was cheating if you got your own, if you're both on the same Facebook page. I believe one of you were cheating. That's my own theory. Or there's no trust there. Then again, maybe it's true love. I don't know. You got a Facebook account together. Matter of fact, I might tell my parents I think they should join Facebook accounts. My stepfather doesn't have a Facebook account. My mother does. But I think my mother should change the whole name of the account to both of their names. See what happens. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend's Facebook account, I couldn't even see it. She even blocked me to seeing her friends and shit. But I know why now. But that's okay. That's a whole nother story. I might do one more beer for Drinking and Thinking beer. Drinking and Thinking. This one went way too long. I gave out too much personal information. But that's okay. We'll see you on the next one. Spit or Swallow beer review. I might do a quick Drinking and Thinking video, and then I gotta go to bed. See you on the next one. Oh, hold up. Let's get this outro correctly. Let's be correct about it, right? There we go. See you on the next one, folks.